just light up. One lights. These lights aren't working.
So that wasn't too bad, right? Was that a good time? Please give me a hand in welcoming back to the stage the director, Tom Berninger, and the producer of the film, Craig Charland.
This place is combining my two passions, going to the movies and drinking. So what a fantastic venue! I really
we were across the street drinking a beer while you guys watched the movie. So I think apparently you guys can drink in here too. So what's that?
What about your allergy?
I know. Well, I'm
looking after it. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I forgot to say this before, but I don't know if any metalheads are in the audience, but I just want to give a shout out to Jeff Henneman of Slayer, who passed away today.
Oh.
And he was, I probably listened to him 100 times making this movie. So, anyways, sad day for metalheads. But anyways, yeah.
We are going to open up the floor to questions, so just make sure to raise your hand nice and high. We're going to try and get to everyone. I'm going to repeat back the question just to make sure everyone hears, and then you will get an awesome answer. So are there any questions in the audience? At the back right there.
The band's manager expressed concern about wanting to see the footage. Did you have struggles with her or with the band? Did they influence the final product?
So the band's manager had some concerns about the footage. Did you have any struggles with her?
No, not in the last about 8 months. No, actually, she didn't see the movie until about 4 months before. You see it here. And also, even the band didn't really see it for a good year and a half, almost 2 years, and they were really willing and giving of their time, but they just didn't know what I was exactly making, and they were starting on a new album, and they're like, let's just put it out. I mean, they had no idea what I was making until they saw a really, really rough cut, and then they said, okay, we get it. Go ahead, take your time. And the band manager, Dawn, she got it too. But they were just, it was, I was being paid to do tour, to be a crew member, but I was doing a lot of this stuff, and they were a little concerned about what are we paying for, here, and but they're all very happy, obviously, with it now, yeah.
Right there.
I really enjoyed your film. That was good fun.
Thank you.
And if we were to say that your brother Matt kind of could remind us of he could be like an American Gord Downie, would you know what we were talking about?
Did you say an American Gordon Lightfoot?
Gord Downie.
Gord Downie.
I don't know.
I don't. I think
Who is this kid?
Can someone Google that for me right now? Tragically Hip. Is your brother tragically hip?
Oh, yes, he is tragic.
I would say this.
That is a band, right? Yeah.
I would say this. I would
These are
say
American people.
we always love the fact that Matt and Tom were at different phases of adulthood. They met later on, but Matt, it's actually much more funnier than we cut him to be. Anytime he was good and charming in the film, we're like, let's cut that. Let's make him just the straight guy, and let's bury that footage under the floorboards of the cutting room. So we did have a selective sort of view of Matt, but there is something to say about the dynamic between you and your brother and how he was sort of always an older brother in a way. That sometimes was right, sometimes was unfair, but was mostly humorous. So.
And also, I was going to say, Brandon Reed, the tour manager and front of house sound guy, we really, really destroyed his image in this movie. And he's a fellow Canadian. He lives in Toronto here. He's a great guy. We really kind of vilified him in the movie through editing. And if anybody knows him here, that I am sorry, but we needed a Darth Vader.
Although he has these awesome tattoos, but he's also kind of like
He is tough. He is all business, which I am not all business.
As a business person, I agree with that.
Right there.
When did your sister-in-law become part of the editing process?
So when did your sister-in-law, Corinne, become part of that editing process?
About as soon as kind of I got fired and I left home or went back home, and at that point in time, Corinne saw a lot of the footage, and even Marshall Curry, the documentarian, he was a good friend of my brother for a long time. He also saw some early footage, and they both really saw what was happening and saw that there actually is something here if we can't use all of my goofball moments with the guys that I had them, stand up, stand down, and because I really was trying to make something funny, but also trying to make them look cool, but it couldn't be a full-length movie, a real movie with just goofball monkeys moments. And she about a year ago, she got involved, and a little over a year ago, and she was the one that really kind of pulled out a lot of my less than great moments in the movie, and thought those were like the strongest. And there's in particular one of the scene that I'm really kind of crying in. I had that unloaded in the hard drive for another like 6 months before, and we were editing for a long time, and then I said, like, remember that scene, when I was talking about a crying scene? I really actually do have that, and I haven't looked at it because I'm afraid to look at it because it's just, I don't like to watch myself cry. And it was about 15 minutes long, and but she was able to take a nice little piece of it. She's like, actually, this is good, and she's along with Craig and Marshall Curry, but she was a set of outside eyes that really helped sculpt the movie, and she has a great sense of story and timing. And also, and Craig, coming from narratives, you were able to kind of help sculpt some of the things too a little bit.
Yeah, I always tried to keep it a little more gray and dark. I should say the next project I want to do is make existential cartoons for 6-year-olds for them to feel the weight of the world at a young age.
The weight of
I
the world.
believe in that.